to this week's recap of Survivor.
It's your first time watching this season's Survivor. Alright, last time Ben Ree was voted off, and Sash was all like, Fabio, it should be like, 4-guy alliance in the end, final 4. Fabio thinks he's pretty smart. Do you think he's pretty smart?
I can't tell enough yet, but after what I've seen tonight, no, he's not. Okay, so the tribe gets a cell phone to see videos from home.
Always
That's
emotional.
exciting.
Always emotional. Plenty of tears. Even the big men are crying like little babies. And Fabio and Chase kind of strike a little deal like last week's deal.
This was not kind of. This was a deal.
Okay. And it's going to be a guy's reward if they win.
A young guy's reward.
Right. Forget it, Dan. Sorry. Alright, so the challenge, the winner gets to sail down the coast, have a great meal with delicious sandwiches and booze and cookies and with your loved ones. Oh. I know. You knew from the videos that the loved ones were going to show up. So Dan's son could not stop kissing him.
It was really awkward.
It was like the family on Saturday Night Live where they're like all making out.
It was weird.
Yeah. The obstacle course is in a pool. The survivors actually retrieve the 2 bags of letters, and the family member participates in the challenge they put together to solve the phrase, family comes first.
Yep, so Chase and his mom won the reward.
Was Dan, like, so pathetic during this challenge? It was
really
just
was.
so sad. He really needs to be put down mercifully.
Don't say
I'm
that.
sorry! So Chase didn't know that he got to bring 2 people. So first he chose Sash and his mom. Because it's been like 2 weeks since Sash has had a decent meal.
And then it got tense.
Right.
Because he was told by Jeff he got to pick another tribe
Right.
member or whatever.
And he knew he was doing wrong, but he still chose Holly and her husband. He knew he was doing wrong, because he's like, I know I'm going to be hurting some people's feelings.
Fabio was pissed.
Oh, I can't believe how pissed he was, and he was all like, if it was me, I would have chosen you because I know how close you are with your mom. He couldn't barely talk through the tears.
Yeah.
And he was especially freaking out when he found out that they would be executed. It was so awkward.
Jeff, the jokester.
I know, he really is. So back at camp, Dan is pissed, and the bitch fest continues with Fabio and everyone else, especially Jane, whose daughter is leaving for college at the end of the summer, which it is right then. So, yeah, she's not going to get to spend any time with her.
It sucks.
It does suck. So at the reward, they craft their little plan that Fabio has to go, because he's going to ruin their plans this week. They have a different plan every week, it seems like. So when they return to camp, Fabio is upset.
He's like, how was the reward? And then Chase answers, he's like, yeah, it was good. He's like, that was a rhetorical question.
Oh, because I knew it was going to be great. All right, so it's time for the immunity challenge, and it's a blind obstacle course. 2 shields, one without the pieces, one with the pieces at opposite ends, and you have to recreate the symbols on the shield without looking, no peeking. Holly dropped her bag. I thought that was it, that her goose was cooked, but she finally figured it out and picked it up, but that set her back a little bit. Dan. It's just sad. I just want to cry when I look at Dan because he's just so freaking sad. Fabio actually wins immunity, which was amazing because we were totally rooting for Fabio to win immunity.
Yep.
Because I was pissed. I really don't like Chase. I think he's a dummy. He's a dumber. And so Fabio wants Jane gone. He gets back to camp and he's like, we need to get rid of Jane.
What?
Yeah, and Chase wants to keep Jane until everyone tells him that he wants to get rid of Jane. And then they tell her. And she pulled the old, let's flip the bird on everyone.
But it wasn't just like she flipped it. It was like a...
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Then she put the fire out in camp because she started it and she is going to put it out.
Everyone was just like...
I know. I don't think anybody else knew how to make fire, to tell you the truth. So at Tribal, Jeff starts probing around.
He starts probesting around.
That's a good one. All right, and Dan, he starts spilling his guts and then is like, never mind. Danny.
He can't even complete that.
I know. He probably got too tired. But Jane doesn't have any problem, ripping everybody a new one. She had to bring up the whole Holly stole Dan's $1,400 Ferragamo shoes, and she revealed the alliance plans, and Fabio and Dan were just sitting there dumbfounded like, what's an alliance? Come on! So who's next? They ask him, Fabio or Dan? Chase is just like so stupid. He's so stupid, he's stupid.
Yeah.
And Jeff's mom goes sticking her nose in where it doesn't belong and says, why don't they have an alliance?
Well, you should probably clarify that.
All right. Jeff said, well,
Jeff's mom was not there.
No. But Jeff's mom was like, well, why don't they have an alliance? Duh.
You still didn't clear that up.
Because Jeff says if my mom was here, she would say, well, why don't they have an alliance?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. It's Captain Obvious. Why don't
Now,
they
you
get
think
it?
that would clue them in to vote out someone else.
Like Holly. Because Jane knows that Sash and Chase both have immunity idols. So Holly's the only logical choice.
But we'll see what happens with that.
Alright, so Chase and Sash play their idols, and it's time for the votes. And those stupids vote off Jane! And when they show the votes, everyone voted for Jane, and Jane votes for Sash.
They could have at least tried for a tiebreaker.
Oh my god. You know what? No one deserves to win. I think they should just freaking give it to Dan.
No, they should just give it to Jeff. Jeff's mom.
Jeff's mom should win. She was the one who came up with the plan. So next time, it's on Sunday, and everyone is a threat. Everyone's equally stupid. So until Sunday, much love.